Hello friends, now I am going to start to discuss today with you about the different seasons of India. See, if we discuss about cold weather season, it is known as winter, and the time period of the year is from December to the February is considered as a winter season. 3 months, December, January and February, 3 months are there. uh, in this period generally we feel cold and dry season because during 22nd September to 21st March we know that sun shines vertically on southern hemisphere, but India is located in northern hemisphere, so at that time sun rays are reflecting on soil of India slanting. Due to that, the temperature always prevail low during December to February, and winds from northeast direction comes or blows originally from Central Asia to India. In this region we can see that no oceanic area is there, means these regions are completely absolutely vacant from moisture. Due to that, the winds are coming from Central Asia to India are always dry and cold. These dry and cold winds makes our weather also dry and cold. During this season, sky always remain cloudless. So, usually in this period, rain never comes in northern part of India. This is routine practice which I am saying. And in northwest India, region remain completely cooler than region near coastal area. So you can understand, earlier we have studied that region from the distance from the sea makes a difference. If the place is away from sea, then in winter realize more low temperature, so the region remain cold. During the winter in this region means northwest India, I am saying, develops high pressure and create dry winds, cool winds, so it reduces temperature also in these places. So you can understand, as the pressure high, winds if moistureless will reduce the temperature of area. In that situation, in northern part of India, we see cold winds, low temperature atmosphere and moistureless atmosphere, so the temperature goes down. We have studied in Leh, it reached to minus 51 degree, means you can understand how much low it is. But in Delhi, temperature remain less than 10 degree. In Allahabad, 16 degree. Allahabad is now changed to Prayagatirth, and in Kolkata remained 18 degree. So you can understand that in northern part of India, most of the cities realized low temperature during winter season. At this time, the temperature in Himalaya is much low. I have stated that in Leh minus 51 degree. Okay, Leh is very high region from the sea level. But if we think about Shimla, Darjeeling, it is also, see, in that I am talking about January also. In Shimla, Darjeeling, the temperature remain 5 degree. So you understand very well that these regions which are away from the sea realize more and more less or the low temperature during December to February. At many places in Himalaya, there is experience of snowfall. People can enjoy also. So the visitors wants to come to this area during winter vacations to enjoy the snowfall, because people living in the plain region never experience snowfall. So due to that, they want to take the experience and they are coming to this region to enjoy the snowfall. So in Himalaya there is snowfall, cold and heavy winds coming from mountainous area entering to northern Indian plains. So in that way, region of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh experience high lowest temperature, and they can feel situation of cold wave is also passing through. Frost can be experienced in some area. Such frost can destroy the cotton crop, because cotton crop not required more frost. Some cold temperature is good, average cold temperature, but frost is dangerous for cotton crop. Also, temperature in plain region reach to freezing point, and in mountainous region it is experienced also. In central Himalaya region, extremely cold winds are coming from Central Asia, but Himalaya is the natural protecting wall for India. So Himalaya protect India from suffering severe cold. See, Himalaya is the highly important climatic factor for India, because when the monsoon winds are coming from south to north, Himalaya restrict the monsoon wind, which are moisture bearing winds, means there is a water in the winds, it will be stopped and most of the moisture or the rain will be fall in this area of the northeast part. So you can understand what I mean to say, that Himalaya protect India from heavy cold and protect India from extremely heavy rain passing through in all over the India, because some heavy rain will be fall in northeast area, but in other part of India is not experiencing heavy rain like Arunachal and Monasinram, whatever they realized. So it means Himalaya is the great region for India to protect them. It is a important climatic factor for us to keep the rain and protect from dry and cold winds also, right? Okay, now you understand that in India, what will be the situation of South? See, in South India, the situation is far different than North India, because in North India, we know that the people are experiencing enough and over cold atmosphere, but in South India such cold atmosphere is not experienced because it is near the coastal area. So in South, the atmospheric region is far different, and people wants to enjoy good atmosphere in South during winter, because not more go high, temperature will not go high more. Every temperature remain 23 to 24 degree to 26 to 27 degree. So you can understand 23 to 27 maximum temperature in South India is realized during this winter season. See, South India comes in torrid zone, North India comes in temperate zone. Which region is near the equator will realize every temperature. Hot climate is there. Its shape is peninsular. So peninsular shape means the region is covered from two sides or three sides by water. So in this area, enough moisture remain in atmosphere. Interior area is not far from coastal line, and people not realized severe cold, as I told earlier, equal to northern India. So in southern India, no snowfall. Okay, some part of Tamil Nadu and other region sometime experience rainfall, but usually these regions remain relaxed during daytime and during night time. So days are not so cooler and nights are also not so cooler. No fog, no dew. Okay, sometimes it happens that fog and dew may experience in early morning. It experiencing in many part of India, so it's not a matter. But usually in winter, days are shorter, nights are longer, dry winds come over whole landmass, but its special feature is not bring rain in India. But if sometime the Bay of Bengal region exploit humidity, then winds brings some rain in Coromandel coast area. Coromandel coast area means Tamil Nadu region. I have stated just before. You have heard. So Usually, India not experience most of the region rainfall in winter. Northeast region sometimes get some rainfall due to western disturbances, and thunderstorms are coming from some part of land. So when in winter, if rain comes in Punjab and Haryana, it is very much useful for production of Rabi crop. Rabi crop means winter crop. It is useful for producing wheat and gram also. So you can understand what I mean to say, that why Punjab producing more wheat, because wheat also not need frost, they need some average temperature, and this average temperature is possible to get in Punjab. So they produce large proportion of wheat. Okay, if I want to talk about Gujarat, generally in Gujarat these time winds sometime occasionally unseasonal rain, which is locally called as Mavthu, 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 sometime comes in Gujarat during winter. It is called unseasonal rain. Right, my friends? So here I try to explain about cold weather. Now I am discussing some important weather terms like jet stream and western disturbances. See, usually in our earth 30 degree differences are in different latitudes. I am talking about India's shape. India is 8 degree northern latitudes to 37 degree northern latitudes, and 68 degree eastern longitudes to 97 degree eastern longitudes. So in that way, India has 30 degree latitudes and longitudes region. Here in 30 degree latitudes region, powerful winds are blowing in pipe shaped belt with high speed at the velocity of 150 km per hour. Its average velocity, so you can understand 150 km per hour. Now you think, if you are running any vehicle more than 120 km speed, how much you need to be aware to balance the vehicle. And the winds are blowing, starts to average and exceed to highest velocity is 400 km. Such blowing winds are called jet stream. In winter, these winds are blowing over southern slope of Himalayan region, and in summer they are blowing over peninsular area. Usually at the high altitude, winds are blowing attract rain also. So rain creates its effect. But in India, usually it is seen that winds sometimes attract rain, sometimes distract the clouds. So when the rain is attracted, it falls in southern part. So you can understand, Why in southern part it brings rain? Due to the jet stream, right? Okay. Now we understand about western disturbances. See, jet stream formed over West Asia towards east, and West Asian countries blow northwest India, Pakistan, Afghanistan region. See, West Asian countries means India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. This is called West Asian countries. The dust storms accompanying these disturbances. So you can understand jet stream is converting into western disturbances. So no differences are there. But in which area they are passing through creates its impact. That is the main point you want to understand. The dust storms passing with the disturbances effect up to the Bangladesh. Means now you understand. From Pakistan and Afghanistan, west of India, northwest of India, up to the Bangladesh creates its effect. And these disturbances creates a rainy situation sometime in southern part of India, sometime in northern part like Punjab and Haryana, as I have told. It is useful for the rabi crop, right? In a high mountain area, sometime, and you see, now you understand, these winds are attracting water, moisture. So in mountainous area, it brings snowfall. In other part of India, it brings some rainy situation. So you can understand that for India in winter it is called unseasonal rain. For Gujarat, but it is useful for wheat, but dangerous for cotton crop. I have stated just before. So you can understand that in India these situations are creating at some part unseasonal rain, at some part average required rain for the rabi crop also. See, after all you understand that this is a nature, and nature is not in hands of any person. So everybody has to understand the changing trends of nature, right? Okay. Now I am discussing 2 points as like the jet stream and western disturbance. Other 2 terms I want to discuss: El Nino and ITCZ. See, these 2 terms are clearly associated with the summer season. What's the meaning of El Nino? Let us understand. It is a Spanish word derived as, see, the meaning of the El Nino is small child. This term has been given by Peruvian fisherman. This is a one-line answer for Jesus in his child age. It is realized during the Christmas period, means 25th December and other part I want to say. It originates warm currents in western part of Peru. Peru is located in Latin America, in south of the Northern American continent, surrounding Pacific coastal area. During atmospheric and oceanic conditions, these currents flows westwards and it impacts are felt up to India. See, Latin America to India. Now you understand how much it largely creating impact. The El Nino phenomena takes place occasionally. Whenever it takes place, changes are occurring in rainfall and monsoon in India. So you understand that whenever the El Nino effect is realized from the same year to coming 2 to 3 years, the unexpected changes are coming in the monsoon. Most of the time the rain will reduce. It is called El Nino effect. Right, my friends? Another word that I want to discuss is ITCZ. A large low pressure area developed over equator where trade winds converge. I repeat, a large low pressure area develops over equator where the trade winds converge. It is called intertropical convergence zone. Intertropical convergence zone means ITCZ. I is taken from inter, T is taken from tropical, C is taken from convergence, and Z is taken from zone. These trade winds rise in form of air currents. In month of July, this zone is stayed between 20 degree to 25 degree northern latitude. So it is India's Ganga plain region, 20 to 25 degree. I repeatedly says, means south of Gujarat to the Uttar Pradesh. You can understand that area. Due to the low pressure developed in this region, winds generate over oceanic area in northern hemisphere, blow towards northern part of India, creates rain in North India during colder season. So you can understand this situation is changing the atmosphere in North India. So here I discussed today some 4 important weather terms: jet stream, western disturbances, El Nino and ITCZ. Right, my friends? And one weather discussion we have done today. Right?